Welcome to ChampionsHeart. You can't play boxing. Featuring boxing addict Johnny Farache and friends from superfans to superstars. Let's roll.
Hey, boxing fans. Today on ChampionsHeart, you can't play boxing. I have a legend upon us. I have five-time world champion and former undisputed welterweight champion of the world, Cory, the next generation, Spinks.
What's up with you, my dude? What's up with you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Oh, man. Blessed.
How is the family? How are the two children and mom and everybody at home?
Oh, everybody good. Everybody good. Staying quarantined up, you know.
How's your father? I want to touch in and see how Leon's doing.
He's been strong, to the situation we in. So, but, he's still kicking.
So Dad's doing good. How about the legendary Michael Spinks? How's Uncle Michael doing?
Oh, Mike good. Just still on his toes, touring, doing autograph sessions and appearances and everything.
Besides being the son of Leon Spinks, you had a rough upbringing, man. It wasn't easy for you coming up.
Man, it was tough, man. Constantly violence, every day was violence, just making it, I ain't have the silver spoon, being a champion son, I came up, in poverty, so, and it really taught me to be the man that I am, though, always striving for something better, instead of taking the low road and just being the primer of my environment. I just used my tools of what I had to get out of it. It's on the north side, it's Northside Bombers, It was like a little small storefront, like about like 6 or 7 world champions came out of this gym, though. A lot of hard grueling sparring days because everybody was a dog up in there, my friends, as well as the older guys. St. Louis at that time was like the Nationals to get out of, and even at the lower weight classes, we had our open fighters, but the juniors and all that, it was some raw talent there too. It was like this Southside Warriors. They had a venue that threw a fight every Friday. Every Friday you can get a fight. You win, you get $10. You lose, you get $5. See, my brother was boxing before I, thought about it, So they was already in the gym, and it's crazy. Like everyone that fought in basically my family, like my dad, children, and all of us has won a national tournament. Some of us was just unfortunate to fight for a world title, but all of us, we won a national tournament.
All of the Spinks have won national tournaments, and the Spinks brother, your father and your Uncle Michael both won Olympic gold medals.
Yeah.
It's like historic and will probably never happen again. How did you turn your amateur career into a pro career?
Well, I've been fighting since I was, like baby, basically. Always going to the gym, but when it was time I was 8, it was time to lace him up, and I got in there. It was already a gift, so I know I already had the balls to do it. So I just got done with it, so I fought, my first national tournament I went to.
You know what? And I hate to interrupt you. We're going to get right back to that, but talk about your very first amateur boxing fight ever.
Oh, my first amateur fight, I got disqualified. My cup, they had the jock straps there. And the buttons was broke at the top. So every time we get into a tussle, my cup will fall out. So they disqualified me, man.
DQ'd in his first fight. That's coming up tough right there, huh?
Yeah. That was at the place. That was at the place where it fight every Friday.
And you came back the next Friday. Got your cup right and you came back, huh?
Yeah. Well, having national experience and amateur experience, helps the professional game. It helps your defense because everything slows down. You have to be more technical with your movement and how you take punches, because you got to want to get the guy out of there. You can either trick him or slick him or stand there and bang. The amateurs teaches you how to be a better pro. That's all it is.
Winning that national championship, how good did that feel?
Oh man, you're the best in the country.
Yep.
You're the best in the country.
How does that stack up to when you won the world title?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't, man. Because really, the things that you accomplish in the amateur is big. It's big, but once you turn professional, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's just you was a good amateur, blah blah. Every good amateur is not a good professional.
You're right. That's proven all the time. So talk about, you went into your pro career, man. You did something that I don't see any other current day boxer doing. You fought nearly 20 times in your first 2 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to even think any fighter would even come close to that right in modern day time.
Yeah, you fight, man. You got to build your record, You got to fight as many times you possibly can.
I mean, obviously, you had a lot of good ones, but then you started coming into some very competitive journeyman, with 10 fights in or so. And when did it start changing? Oh, wait a second, back with that. How was the Reggie Strickland fight? He's one of my favorite fighters. You fought the infamous Reggie Strickland, who is the most infamous opponent ever of the Strickland fighting brothers early on in your career. Yeah, you may not even remember.
Well, did we fight in Orlando or something like that?
Reggie Strickland, you fought him in St. Louis in 1998. His record was 44, 186, and 12. Yeah, he's fought everybody. He fought Randall Bailey.
I know who it is. I know who it is. I stopped him in the 11th round. I stopped him in the 11th round in St. Louis on the Harris parking lot.
Ah, there you go.
That was big for the city. That's what I was just coming up, making myself as a professional fighter, and I had the opportunity to fight for the IBA belt. And I stopped them in the 11th round. My city definitely showed me some love when it came to me fighting in St. Louis all the time from just turning point. My career was built in St. Louis as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was signed with Top Rank, I had also fought on shows that my coach threw to keep me busy. You know what I'm saying? To get me used to this style as a professional. So I fought at home too. But I also fought on day cards. Of course, they had to probably be approved, but
right.
I had an opportunity to fight in different places on different shows, different other shows that wasn't Top Rank, that wasn't my coach neither around the country to get wins, But you got to get them wins because you never know what can happen in there.
Right. And how was it? Obviously, nowadays, man, everybody has YouTube. You can go scout a fighter. You can go watch their fights on YouTube. You can go scout them and plan for them.
The outlet that these fighters have now, we only wish that we had that back when we did. There'd be a lot of great moments captured that wasn't captured.
That too. Yeah. That too. So let's fast forward a little bit when you got your first title shot. You traveled over to Italy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy though, man. Cause the guy that was throwing the show, he was banned from the United States from being mafioso, and I had to fight his fighter. It was like only 300 people at the fight.
Oh wow.
That's it. That's all. It was a suit and tie, black suit and tie. Marvelous Martha Hagler was there though.
Okay.
Because he lived in Italy. I was I was his wife's favorite fighter.
How cool is that?
I became his wife's favorite fighter. Yeah.
Nice. And, yes, he did live in Italy. That's right.
Yeah. So they got me, but it's a situation that was bad turned good, you know.
Right. Right.
It turned out to be actually good because I got my next fight wasn't for him. It was Rafael Pineda, but I ended up going right back over there and getting it from him anyway.
Yep. So you went and you redeemed yourself. You went right back over there, after the Pineda fight, and you got it back from him. That experience in itself, you must have grown so much from just that whole travel experience, international. You're over there, totally someone's backyard.
Not had to be in them type of waters to try to get your first world title. The experience over in Italy. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing though. I see some things. Went to Milan and the great Milan and all that.
Beautiful.
But I went over there for a purpose. Yeah.
Yes, you did. Definitely into foreign waters in Campione, in Italy, as opposed to St. Louis, Missouri.
But being a professional and being a top professional is all about risk. You can't be scared of no one. You can't be scared of no one. First shouldn't even run through your blood if you're a professional fighter.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. But you gotta push to try your best to do what you do without getting hurt.
That didn't align the unification bout with Ricardo Mayorga?
Crazy man.
Crazy man.
That was one of the toughest fights that I had. Could be the toughest because the awkwardness of his punches.
Uh-huh.
It was very you had to be very skillful to get away from all that stuff.
All right. Where do you rate his chin? Because that guy can take a punch.
Oh, he had a great chin. Chin. But as time went on, it weakened.
Right. And in that fight, I know there were some crazy antics in that fight. You guys kind of played back and forth a little bit.
No, it was just things that he said in the press conference. He was real disrespectful. And that was what it is. It was a tactic. It was a tactic, that Duran did to Sugar Ray Leonard. Got in his head and made him fight his fight, the first fight. He stood there and banged with Duran. Can't out bang Duran. His hands are stone, and he lost. But Sugar Ray regrouped. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that's what he was trying to do to me. You know what I'm saying? He was just trying to get me mad. You know what I'm saying? So I could fight his fight.
Right.
He was trying to kill him, trying to hit me way below the belt. Things that he said.
I know that was a majority decision. So when they were reading off the cards, did you get a little nervous there?
No, I was, see, it's little ways that things could be, communicated before things happen.
Oh, right, okay. Right on. 10-4.
You just gonna put it like that.
Right. So, not then aligned a huge fight, the infamous fight with Zab Judah, your first fight with him in Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay. Probably at that time your biggest fight, right?
As a name, as a whole, as a name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would, Zab, very popular boxer. My dude, very, very gifted southpaw, know how to use is what he possesses. You know what I'm saying? Dangerously, and that's his left hand.
Mm-hmm. That was a great fight. That was a great battle. Great technical battle, you guys. I believe you guys both put each other down once throughout the fight. Is that correct, right? Yeah. Great fight. Great fight. Yeah. And well deserving of the rematch later on, but before the rematch, you went over and stymied Miguel Gonzalez in Las Vegas as kind of like an interim bout. That fight, you looked amazing.
See, I really was gonna vacate the belts and go to 54. But I knew it was gonna be in my hometown, so I did what I had to do to make the weight. And I had caught Crohn's disease in camp. I was hospitalized in camp, but I did what I had to do for my city to bring some big like that in my city, you know, that we really haven't had, you know, in a minute. So.
That entrance that you had with Nelly walking you out, I watch that and get goosebumps just thinking that. You were an original and you got Nelly wrapping you in, just that fireworks going off. You did that was some stuff right there, right?
Big, man. They rolled the red carpet out for us. You know, sorry things didn't go as planned, but I didn't care because of course I would have liked it to turn out, you know, on a different side, but my dream has been fulfilled. You know, right. and I took that and went out and had a good time with my city, you know, so not to hold my head down because of what have happened, but I knew the reason why, you know. It should have been over. Should have been over in the first round because I didn't have anything.
It just goes to show how much of that training. I mean, you were down and out during your training, and it's not there, and you know you were a man of your word. You stood up for yourself.
Man, I was
It's
sick.
A tough run. Yeah. You went on to have an illustrious career, man. You won 5 world titles. You should be in the Hall of Fame sooner than later. I absolutely believe in that 1,000%, man. Who would you say was your toughest fight in your career?
It was multiple though. It was different styles, you know. It was guys that you haven't even heard of. Gave me a nice fight on upbringing in my career. So people. I don't see how people could say that because they had tough fights coming up. You don't stop everybody.
Right.
You don't knock everybody out. So
right.
They must get, you know, in there for the long haul.
And thank you for your awesome career, by the way. I got to throw that out there. Amazing career. You should be in the Hall of Fame. Let's talk a little bit about the current landscape, your old division, 147. You know, we have Errol Spence coming off of that incredibly vicious car accident. He's facing Danny Garcia. Tell me what you think of that fight coming up.
Man, I can't call it because Danny a monster, man. Danny has good counterpunching ability. You know, very good counterpunching ability. It's gonna have to work if he want to beat him though. He gonna have to work to beat him.
Right.
So you know, I want to see how he react coming from that long layoff. But to me, I don't know, man, because Danny can fight, man. People don't give him this credit that Puerto Rican can fight, man.
He can fight. A lot of his fight is that left hook he has, that amazing left hook. You being a southpaw, Errol Spence is a southpaw.
Because I just can't say Errol Spence gonna go in there and beat this dude. I just can't say that when he's a top, you know, 147 pounder himself. But you know, people have their picks and chooses, but I can't call that one though.
Right. Is part of that because
shock the world. No, not even that neither. You know, that's making it more questionable. But I feel the same way if they was fighting. You know. Now, Danny gonna give you a go, and he can punch. So
yeah,
you know,
what about?
I'm not just gonna cut the head off the monster.
Right. But Terrence Crawford in that mix of those three, who wins that?
That's the thing. I don't know. That's what I want to see. I want to see Terrence Crawford fight another top 147 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he haven't fought none of them. Errol Spence just starting to. He fought the tough motherfucker, Shawn Porter.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if Terrence Crawford can beat Shawn Porter.
He is a monster, but he could also be outboxed. His last fight showed that he could also, you know, kind of be outboxed a little bit. But he is a monster. You guys almost outboxed him a little bit. All right, Pac-Man's in that mix. The ageless Pac-Man.
Cash cow of the division. Any one of them can lose to him.
Yes, sir.
That's like he ain't Floyd, but you got to consider him like that.
Yep.
So you just gonna say any one of them get in there and beat Pac-Man? No, they gotta fight. They gonna have to fight, and it's gonna be rough. it's gonna be rough because you're gonna have to let out a whole lot of leather.
Yes. Yes, you
to
do.
beat him.
Yes, you do. A whole lot of leather.
Because he gonna let him fly.
Yep. Indeed. That's good stuff. You got so upcoming another fight we spoke about. I'd love to get your take on this too. Huge fight, perhaps fight of the year. Homeboy Teofimo Lopez from down here is facing the Matrix Vasily Lomachenko, another southpaw. How do you see that fight playing out, champ? I know there's been a lot of confidence from the Lopez camp.
He's a good fighter, but a great fighter. But in this business, it's like he crying, and this man had to give you money to fight. That's a little personal to me. I'm kind of leaning towards Lomachenko because of that fact. He gonna give you $800,000 to come and lose. I don't know about that. I think he's going to bring his AA, and Teofimo gonna have a rough night that night, man.
Right.
But my dude, he can fight though. He can fight. Right. It can go the other way if he can catch Lomachenko. But when a man do all that, that man ain't finna be burned like that. He gonna give you his money and lose. I'm gonna give you this money and I'm gonna still kick your ass.
Right on. What do you think about this stuff though? Vasily Lomachenko has nearly over 400 amateur fights on his legs and on his body. Right? He's naturally a 126 pounder. Lopez is naturally like maybe a 141, maybe even a 147 pounder. So that size difference based on that age wear that's on Lomachenko, do you think that'll show up?
It can. You never know when it's gonna click and do it. Right. We'll see though. But I guess he ain't bullshit. Maybe he got one more in him.
Right? Yeah, maybe he got one more in him. But you know what? I truly believe no matter what happens, the fans are gonna win because this is gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight.
It's going to be a good fight no matter what. You know what? Just a little side note, I like promoting these fighters. Edgar Berlanga, you heard of that guy? He's on the undercard. He's 14-0, 14 knockouts. He's another vicious, I believe he's a welterweight as well. He's on the undercard of that. Someone else fun to watch.
Okay.
Last quick question. Does anybody beat Tyson Fury in the heavyweight division?
Yeah, anybody can be beat.
That's true.
Anybody can be beat, but listen, I'm going to still listen. I'm not going to write off our heavyweight neither. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. I still think Deontay Wilder is better than Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I still think he beats Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is not going to move his head like Tyson Fury does. He's going to be more stationary, and Deontay will have more opportunity to hit him. And we all know once Deontay hits you go to sleep.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
They just making it a hype because it's the big over there. We ain't got no heavyweight champ, y'all.
Yeah.
That's
not
messed
right now.
up.
That's messed up.
That's not good.
No, that's not good. But you know what? The heavyweight division is pretty, I'm not going to say stacked, but it's getting deeper and deeper. There's some guys coming up,
But we need a heavyweight champ.
Yeah, we do. Jared Anderson, you know of that prospect?
Yeah, I know.
You watch him? Yeah. He's looking pretty good coming up.
Yeah.
He's a younger guy, but we'll see. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
All right,
but I gotta get ready to get up out of here, man.
Yes, sir, man. It's great chatting with you as always, my man. Big respect to you, Hall of Famer. To be one day, I know absolutely for sure, man. We'll chat again. Until then, dream big, live large, and love life, champ.
All right, my dude. Hit that on.